In other countries, the government buys prescription drugs wholesale. They say, if Big Pharma wants to do any business in our borders, they have to meet our price. And as you can see, it works. But here in America, not only do we not do that, it's illegal. The only government-run program that's been able to negotiate drug prices is the Veterans Administration, nobody else. In 2003, when passing a drug program for seniors called Medicare Part D, lobbyists paid millions to get Congress to ban government-led negotiations for life-saving medications. And wouldn't you know it, in that program, seniors pay double what veterans pay. And it's worse for everybody else. And not only are we being robbed financially, we're being robbed of our quality of life. Watch this. Americans have a private healthcare system. Every other industrialized nation allows the government to get involved. As a result, Americans pay twice as much for healthcare, that's per person, and we die sooner. Does that sound like it works to you? No, it doesn't sound like it works because it doesn't work. But it doesn't have to be this way. Medicare for all could be just a start to how we make some crooked paths in this country straight. Medicare for all, let me remind you, provide everyone in America with comprehensive healthcare coverage, free at the point of service, no networks, no premiums, no deductibles, no copays, no surprise bills. No one in America pays over $200 a year for the medicine they need by capping what Americans pay for prescription drugs. That is what we are supposed to be doing. Elected officials need to stop being cowards when it comes to dealing with Big Pharma. Or in other words, stop letting the owner donors control them. Either bring the hammer down on these companies when they jack up the prices or change the system entirely, focusing on the well-being of the people, not the well-being of their own pockets lined by lobbying efforts of these companies. Jackson, this is an absolute disgrace.
And there's really no effective argument that makes sense to uphold this type of system. It reminds me of the arguments for, if we raise the taxes on corporations or significantly alter our tax system so that the wealthy people have to contribute more with capital, well then the rich, they'll just leave. All the job makers, they'll just leave the country. First of all, a lot of them won't, and the ones that do, okay, let them go. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we need them for? Like, let them go try to do their thing elsewhere. It's not going to go that smooth. And then the fact that it's illegal for the federal government to negotiate these prices with pharmaceutical companies. The reason that's the case is because if that were not the case, they would be forced to sell their products for cheaper because they still got to make money. I mean, they're still going to take advantage of the American market. So it's all just a bunch of nonsense that really can't be defended.
And Jackson, they do it in other countries. The same pharmaceuticals. It's the same drugs. So what is the problem? The problem is these politicians, they made the rules and the rules are skewed towards their owner donors. This is just it. This is the bottom line, America. These people are owned lock, stock, and barrel. So we need to get out there and make a demand and make sure that there's some consequences for these politicians, because no matter what age you are, no matter what generation you are, everybody needs some medicine at some point in their lives. This is immoral as hell. All right, so we're gonna keep pushing on this. But yeah, this man, he made some promises, he ain't keeping them. All right, duly noted, he not keeping them.